Welcome, podcast listeners. It's your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. That's me. You're here with Lee. Say hi, Lee.
Hello, everyone, viewers, listeners.
I think you might be tired this week.
Huh?
Hey, it's episode number 192 of the podcast. We're edging ever closer. It's
exciting. Very exciting. What should we do for the bicentenary? No, that's not
bicentennial. No,
that'll do.
Or duo annual.
No, that's not even it.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, Centurion. Is it like the duo Centurion podcast?
Right, I know we have a rule against this, but I'm googling it.
Okay. Yeah. So we're here with the podcast. It's one of those where we're both a little bit tired, so you're gonna have to help us along, live cast viewers. I feel this is going to be quite painful in the post processing, where I'm gonna have to edit out quite a lot. I think this first 4 minutes and 8 seconds is definitely not making the cut.
I've got it. The bicentennial.
I did say that. Yeah, like hey.
I thought I said that, but I had no idea what I was saying. I knew it was by something, bison, and then I realised it wasn't bison, so I didn't know where I was going from there.
We've got Mr. Cy Bramwell watching. Hi, Cy.
Hi, Cy.
High five, Cy 5. So
Mr. Doug Christ is on his viewing as well.
Dougie boy. Doug happens to do a podcast of his own. It is called The Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and when I listen to it when I'm driving, I want to watch the movies that him and his crew review. And coming up, I don't know if it's released just yet because I've had a week off work, so I've not been getting through my podcasts. However, the Tone Jerks will be featuring on the Masters of the Cinematic Universe, which I'm quite excited about too. So that's a shout out for you there, Dougie.
Why do they get on there and we don't?
Get on what? The Masters of the Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Well,
like we're proper film geeks as well, aren't we?
Well, I mean, I've seen a few. I've definitely seen 3 because I've seen all of the Back to the Futures. So I mean, if those aren't credentials, boys, I don't know what is.
I really want to do a Star Trek podcast. I really do.
You can do that. That's not a problem, but that will be far away.
That's no.
Yeah, no, it's not a galaxy far away, is it? It's the other one. Strange new life and new civilization to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Where no wig has gone before.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, if I had to, like straight up TNG's God tier, I'd probably go Enterprise next, then DS9, then all of the other crap that has gone before. Oh, Voyager's in there somewhere, isn't it? I like Voyager. You know what?
Have you watched any of the new stuff though?
No, I've not. Like the Lower Decks and stuff.
Lower Decks is absolutely brilliant. It's really, really good. Have you watched Final Space?
I've watched Final Space. Final Space is good.
I've got a funny feeling. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think it's the same animators. I think it's the same team behind it because it looks really similar.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they've got the whole love of the sci-fi thing, which they clearly do because it's like Final Space is very well written. But
yeah, it's really good. Our friend Eric Tomlin said he has watched at least 2 Monty Python films, so he feels. So I feel I have a good resume. I was reading that as resume, and I was like, "What's he talking about?"
Resume. Indeed. I mean, yes. Like Monty Python, like a staple of British comedy. Right, we should probably do some podcasty stuff because we are almost at the 10-minute mark on our recording here, and we've not talked about anything.
We've got someone viewing is Emilio Mazzari, and he is the owner of Cornerstone, who made the Gladio we were talking about last time.
Yes, of course. Definitely we talked about that.
Yeah, remember the Gladio from Cornerstone, the dual preamp that is based upon a Dumble, like it's a dual Dumble preamp. It was mainly Ollie and I talking about it because it kind of went. Because you are budget pedal chap, and Dumble is anything but budget.
I mean, this is an absolute wonderful segue into what I've been up to this week. Thank you, Lee. This week I have been demoing some pedals. I've been demoing some pedals that largely look like this, that look kind of mini pedal-esque. There we are. That's the camera, and I'll hold it close to my face because that's where the focal point is. We've got none of that fancy new autofocus technology where we live. So those are a bunch of pedals from a company called iSet, which I'd not heard of, and they've got quite a modest kind of social media presence. And I got sent them from my wonderful friend Mr. Dave Rage, aka AM Guitar, because he'd done a demo on a few of them, and he said, like, I've got these. I'm not necessarily going to be using them for a while. Do you want to try them out? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Budget pedal chap. That is absolutely my wheelhouse. This week we plugged in the Dumbler, which is, I assume, Dumble voiced. I can't be too sure. I've not tried an original Dumble, so I can't necessarily. Not
many people have, though. Let's be fair.
So that's kind of where I'm playing to there, because you have to be one of the chosen few to have been privy to that oral information. So I'm guessing at what it sounds like, but from what I hear, Dumbles are like a refined Fender circuit. So what you expect?
I think that's fair. Although I feel that they were all very, very different. I've from what I gather, done a little bit of research, listened to reviews and interviews and that sort of thing, that no two are alike. A bit like Les Pauls, I suppose. You know, everyone goes, "Oh, Gibson Les Pauls so fine," but you won't find two that played the same.
So what we're saying is quality control was a bit shit.
Yeah. There's quality. You know, I love Les Pauls, but some of them are crap. Some of them are great.
Yeah, and that's what they say about like the old 50, like late 50s ones, is that like some of them were literally like the pinnacle of guitar history, but then some of them were absolute dogs, and it was a bit of a crapshoot. And you find the ones that are beaten up and are played, those are the ones to go for, because they were the ones that
make people want to play. Yeah,
that's it. But this Dumbler pedal, so I assume what we're expecting is like kind of glassy cleans and like a smooth, but not over the top drive sound. And that's pretty much what we get from this pedal. You roll the gain back on it, and there's almost no gain there, so it works as a kind of tone sweetener. So you can get those clon kind of the application of a clon, which a lot of people use it, a lot of gain off, and just pushing those kind of sweet kind of upper mid and treble frequencies to almost like it's taking a blanket off your tone. So it's got that in it. And then when you crank everything up, it's almost in the territory of the blues driver. So smooth overdrive, but kind of like a high peak rather than your mid hump. So I had some real fun with that. It sounded much better without going through a driven channel. So it sounded better into the cleaner of my two presets.
How much did you say they retail at?
So they're about like 20 to 30 quid. So like GIO pricing. But
so as you start to turn them up, it's when they're going to start to struggle a little bit with the cheaper pedals, from what I gather.
So, like in terms of the noise floor from the gain structure, it weren't bad. It's not exactly like a massively gainy pedal, but the only way that you get hiss out of it is because the tone stack is actually two controls. You've got a voice control and a tone control, and what I think it does is the tone control is like before the drive, so it sweeps a very specific frequency before the drive, which its lowest is it's not too woolly, which you usually find with like cheaper, especially like these kind of mini pedal ones. Is the tone control only really becomes useful midway and up, but this one was quite useful all the way through. And then the voice control is almost like a presence control on an amp, and it's like a much bigger sweep, and it affects like a different range, like a different bit of the mid range. So using those two controls in conjunction with each other and like dialing in like a bit more tone and rolling back a little bit more voice, you can really dial in exactly the frequency that you want to be accentuating. And like I say, the only time I got any kind of hiss, and this is what you'd expect from even quite pricey pedals, is when you're pushing both of the tone controls up to the maximum, and you're getting that kind of that frequency range where hiss sits essentially.
Is that even at lower gain?
No, that was kind of mid to full gain, and then the tone controls cranked. But you wouldn't be using that tone anyway because it's quite. It doesn't quite get ice picky, but it's quite spiky because you essentially like pushing the top end of the upper mids.
What amp were you running that into?
So it was through the HX Stomp, but you've got I think it's a twin reverb Fender sound and an old classic 70s Marshall-ish sound.
Plexi.
So yeah, kind of. I think like the lower gain end, so that like the JTM 45 rather than the more supercharged Marshalls.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean it did well in both. But yeah, so I was running through that this week, and I tried out. I used this, which is my green light.
Okay.
Because what I usually got, I've usually got like this blue one over here, and I've got a red one, and it gives a kind of 3D effect. But I wanted to mix it up this week, so I added a bit of green to it.
Do you know what else they've got in the range?
So I've got I think we've got a flanger, we've got a reverb, and there's two other distortions, I think. So there's a metal distortion and a heavy metal distortion. So that one's...
A metal distortion and a heavy metal distortion?
Yeah, sorry, I think it's like a metal overdrive. What are we saying? So this one is like overdrive, but it's looking a little bit more saucy than the Dumbler. It's looking like it will probably give a bit more gain. I've not plugged them in yet. I've only plugged in the Dumbler because I want a little bit of a surprise before I record them.
I quite fancy the Dumble like pedals. I might, like I say, I might get the Gladio because I don't have any pedals that are supposed to sound like a Dumble other than maybe one of the Joyos, which you've probably got most likely.
Which one? Oh, the Tai
I don't
Chi.
know which
Tai Chi, is it?
I've got the Tai Chi, that's in front of me. I should send it over to you, really. But yeah, it's I'm not sure which. I can't remember what the Joyo pedals do. I can't remember which one's supposed to be which. I know they're drives and these sort of things, but I can't remember exactly what they are because we've had them for years now, haven't we?
Yeah, quite a few. Yeah. To be fair, I've got my mileage out of them on the No Talk All Tone series with these.
Yeah, man.
Done a fair few.
Have you been up to much else?
Yes. I got a surprise package through the post this week from my good friend. Literally just has my address and not the not a name on it. So we were wondering, like, who's that for? But it was my pal over at Trident's picks. I mentioned to him probably kind of the late end of last year that I used to have a coconut shell plectrum.
Really?
Yeah. And he says that sounds quite interesting. I'll give it a go. And he's made me one. So
how is it?
I absolutely love coconut shell. Like the tone, it's really dark and it's really it's a really smooth surface as well. So I absolutely love them. You always you won't be able to see this because it won't focus, but you see that little kind of lighter section. That's kind of where because coconut shells are like curved rather than flat. You'll always get a bit where the curvature of the material like meets
still there.
It meets the inside of it, so you get like a kind of fibrous grip for it as well.
That's really interesting. I was wondering about that. That's really interesting.
We got that. We've got this one which is monogrammed with BPC on, so I'd like to say it's my own signature plectrum here because I think it's
some people aspire to a signature amp, others aspire to a signature guitar. You
signature plectrum. Yeah, I mean, I'd bought some plectrums before Christmas, and I showed them on the live cast before. And there was this weird white plastic that he had, and he doesn't know what it is, but he had enough for maybe like another 3 or 4 plectrums out of it, and I really liked it. So I says, "Oh, can I have another one?" Because like I really want to know
one, please.
That's it. And he says, "Yeah, I'll do." So he got me one of those, and it's monogrammed as well. This one is a 500-year-old oak, and it's a big, thick, chunky boy.
Take your strings off that.
Quite rounded as well, which adds to really smooth. It reminds me of back when I used to play the big stubbies. That kind of that feel. And I've got this one which is an Altex, and I really like Altex. I've got quite a few Altex Just 3s. They are beautiful. Some really nice plectrums. So what you'll probably find over the next couple of weeks is I'll be kicking the Pickpocket series back into action because I've like fallen off the wagon with that one a little bit.
Got some content for it, man.
Well, that's it. But how about yourself, Lee? What have you been up to this week? What are we saying?
I've got a few things I can talk about and a few things I can't talk about. But the things that I'm not really supposed to talk about, I can give some sort of information on. There's one which is I'd like try and bring this out so no one can see it, but you can. That comes out Monday. If you scour the internet hard enough, you'll find information on that already. But so we'll bring you some information on that more next week in the news and so on and so forth. We've released a few videos on YouTube. I've been testing some prototype pedals for people as well. That's been fun. That's always good fun. And I found out a couple of days ago that a bit of gear that is due out from a big company, which I've known about for like probably about 18 months, and I've been really, really excited about. I found out it comes out very, very, very soon. So there is so much stuff that is coming out. I should get my hands on that as well. And I just really want to talk about it, but I can't. And it's really frustrating, like so frustrating, because I really want to bring all this news to you guys. And like you're like, what have you been up to? And I'm like, well, all of this, but yeah, I can't go on about it. But I promise, as soon as I'm allowed, it's going to be a case of you're going to be really excited, really, really excited about the stuff we've been working on. Whereas Work-wise, we've been doing some really cool stuff over at Tonepedia. We've been releasing some pretty cool stuff on there. We did the Petty John ODI, which is their OD1 clone, and that's pretty cool. What is cool about that is they do a modded version as well, which has some really slight mods, such as they use like NOS chips and stuff like that. And what they did is they gave us two versions of it. They gave us the standard and the modded one, and we've put them both onto Tonepedia, so you can go on and see if your ears, how good your ears are, really. That's pretty cool.
I think you mentioned that before about the subtlety between the two.
Very, very subtle. Very, very subtle. But you know, it was a case of sitting there and listening and thinking, I know there's a difference here somewhere, but what is it? And you know, you really found it. The other thing I added recently, which is so cool, because I've been dealing with these guys for ages, is one of the first companies that came on board with Pedalboard to Doom, our shop, was Analog Alien. This was quite a few years ago, and the guys over there are super cool, right? You got Jack and Joe Napoli or Napoli. They are your archetypal New York Italians, and they are so lovely. You know, they're like super cool guys. They're really nice. They own a recording studio called Cloud9 Studios, and recently they've recorded an album with Joan Jett. They work with Joe Walsh from the Eagles, Billy Gibbons. You know, loads of real class Class A celebs and rock stars and this sort of thing. And I was told them about Tonepedia, and they were like, this is amazing. They were really in love with it. So we put their bucket seat on there. What's the bucket seat? Yeah, they've got a pedal called the rumble seat and a pedal called the bucket seat. I always get mixed up, but it was the bucket seat, which is like a Marshall pedal.
Okay.
And it sounds fantastic. It really does. I was so shocked by how good it sounded. So yeah, that's on there. We're going to be adding the rest of their gear on there soon. It's just so cool. They've got a pedal that you might like. It's got the bucket seat in it. It's got a delay in it, and it's got a reverb in it as well. And you can switch them off. It's a bit like the jam pedals where you've got, like, you know, the Ripley Falls.
Ripple Falls.
I think it's actually Ripley Falls.
Is it?
I think it is, yeah. It's in that box over there, so I can't get it. I'm not going to Google it because I get told off for that. But yeah, it's you know, it's that sort of size, and you've got different buttons for each bit, so you can switch between them. But that's super cool. Other than that, I've just been decorating, mate. I just haven't stopped decorating. You can see, like, I'm covered in white paint. Yeah.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
I had some frantic Googling earlier. Now I'm covered in white paint.
Can you notice anything different behind me? My Zilla is now horizontal rather than vertical. I did a bit of a move around in here, just of my setup, because
Feng Shui and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Balancing your energies.
Can you see Batman there?
Just about, yeah.
Darth Vader's behind him, but you can't see that. But yeah.
Watch out, Batman. Watch out. Right.
Yeah, and interestingly, for work, I've been working today with one of our IT guys, and I've got a Windows machine, but it's a really powerful Windows machine, and we've been working how to put a Mac virtual machine on there.
Okay, yeah.
That's quite interesting, because if we do that, it should give me the ability to use Pro Tools and some other, like, Mac only bits and pieces. So I might be able to give us a bit of a rundown on some doors and stuff like that, which would be interesting.
Sounds thoroughly excitingly.
Coming from you, talking about picks.
Is it the AWs of Doom?
Yeah, doors are well cool, man. I find them really interesting. Like you're a Reaper, but
can't get out of the room without them.
I thought you were going to talk about Reaper then.
Reaper?
Reaper.
No, I'm not going to go there. So yeah, Reaper is wonderful. It's like it's no nonsense. It doesn't have all of the VSTs that you might get with Cubase, but it doesn't suck and crash every 5 minutes like Cubase. So there you go. I mean, I prefer a DAW that runs.
Yeah.
Audacity, it's just too simple. It's just a little too simple. Reaper is a wonderful, wonderful compromise between the two.
Still say Cakewalk all day long. It's fully functioning and it's free.
I didn't like it. I did beat it up, but I must have come to it too late because I was like, okay, I know what Reaper's like. I don't really want to now learn how to navigate Cakewalk.
Yeah, I get that.
It works, and that's how we get edited every week. So it works.
So I did do one other thing, man. I took the Siren Scream, I took the Rat Spain, and I took my Rat, and I had a bit of a shootout on them. And
boo, boo.
And I was reporting back to Stu and the guys over at Wampler, you know, just in general because we all talk, and they do different things, but they can do the same thing. So that archetypal, I keep saying that word wrong, don't I? But that rat tone that my rat can get, they can both do exactly that tone. Cool. And it's amazing. That's not a surprise with the Siren Scream because it was kind of like in the prototyping. It was a case of how what is the difference between the two? What can we do to change that to get that sounding more like that, and so on and so forth. But did you see Stu's gone on a rat's rat
I did,
bender?
yeah. Rat bender. Okay. I mean that can't not be the podcast title, can it? Rat bender. So I'm gonna have to write that down. But yeah, I did see that he's doing kind of almost Lockdown Fuzz inspired rodent pedals, isn't he?
Yeah, he's recently gone after the. All right, so there are some rats that were made by a certain builder, and they have a little sticker. They've all got a little sticker inside, which says, like, usually has a signature on it. But this guy typed in woodcutter on his, and that was the ones that he made. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, they're regarded as the best. They sell for a lot more, and it's a bit, it is gibberish because. They're different. They're all different. Like the one Stu's got is one with an LED in it. My one doesn't have an LED in it, so my one's obviously better because it was pre-LED. I know exactly that. It's bullshit. But you add an LED into the circuit, it does affect the circuit, I suppose, because it's part and parcel. Some of the electricity's going somewhere which it wasn't before. Is that wrong?
If it's not in the audio circuit, I think it doesn't really matter.
I don't know enough about these things. I don't know about how these circuits are put together. I really don't.
Yes.
Yes. But it was different. Stu and I were being proper geeks, and it was like we were comparing the gut shot of mine to a gut shot of his and stuff like that because we're just so fucking bored.
Excellent.
Yeah. But yeah, the Ratsbane and the Siren Scream will do that. They will both get the sound of a classic 80s rat, and that's amazing. The Stu's was an 88, mine's an 87. I just thought I'd drop that in there. But they will do different things. What you'll get from the Siren Scream is you'll get much bigger variation on the switching. So when you start switching, he's got LED clipping and that sort of thing. So when you start switching away from the standard, they become very, very different pedals.
Yeah, it becomes its own kind of monster then, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Ratsbane's got the benefit that it's very, very small, and that's always cool. but they both look great. They both look really, really cool. I'd be very hard pressed to choose one out of the two of them. I'd possibly err towards the Siren Scream because I helped out with that one.
So you've got personal bias.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, we've got some news, but we've also got a segment that we started last week that we're going to continue on this week, which is called Pedalboard's Opinions News. And this is...
That's catchy, isn't it?
It is. Because it retains, funnily enough, it retains the same initials as Pedalboards of News. So Pedalboard's Opinion News. Basically, what it is I've scoured the Pedalboards of Doom Facebook group for the juiciest questions. We'll give a shout out to those people who get mentioned, and we're going to answer your questions live on air, or not live on a podcast that will be out on Monday. But for today, so Lee, do you want to do number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
5.
5. So the question is, which comes first, overdrive or distortion in your signal chain?
Obviously, all of this is subjective, but I'd say overdrive.
Yeah, I mean, I think the general consensus is that it is, like, aside from like picky fuzz pedals, it is least overdriven to most overdriven. However, if you want some expert opinions on this and some like in-depth knowledge, our good friend Will over at a Rocket Complex did an entire video series on this, and there's a video dedicated to pedal order. So I would definitely suggest checking that one out. And this was that question was by Aaron in the Pedalboards of Doom,
and it's on the screen now because I'm efficient as they come.
Well, we're on to the next question now, Lee. It's quick fire.
Which is...
Which one do you want? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
1, 2, 3, or 4?
Yeah, because we've done 5.
Sorry, yeah, I was being a bit thick there. Let's do this one, which is pedal purchases that you kind of regret. I got the clone by Ryra, Stimmy money, quality made, and nothing against the company, but man. And then he's got a picture of... sometimes you just have to ask whether you should.
Jeff Goldblum.
That was a really bad quote, wasn't it? Okay. Pedal purchases that you regret. You got to remember with these things that it will very, very much depend on your rig. So what will work for you might not work for someone else. And I know the Ryra is really, really, really well sought after by a lot of people. I want one, and if I want one, it's what? Hang on a minute, I want all of them. Yeah, so that kind of negates that one. But yeah, you know what I mean. What's your thought on it, man?
So, going along the theme of what you were saying about how it works in some people's rigs and not in others, I bought a Crow the Hotcake, which is, again, it's not budget pedal friendly, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go against my MO and see if these expensive pedals really do make a difference. Instantly regretted it because the Crow the Hotcake was just not very good. However, I am told that if you put them into an AC style amp, that is where the sweet spot is. Because I was running it through... I'd like to say I was running it through the Blackstar HT5. So kind of... I mean, the clean tone is... It's really hard to describe. It's not kind of sterile, but it's not like massively full of character like you might have with a like a fender clean. It's got its own kind of stamp on it. It was all very kind of neutral. And the Craver Hotcake had absolutely no clarity or definition at all. However, the weird kind of spiky mid frequency that you get with an AC style amp works amazingly with them, and I've been told that they are absolutely godly when you pair them with the amp. I bought a J Rocket Archer, and again, much like the Ryra, very well made, very well put together. Seemed like quality components. Everything seems as it should be. I mean, they are often heralded as one of the best Klon alikes.
You know why, don't you?
Because they were designed in conjunction with Mr. K. Lonergan. Bill Finnegan, isn't it?
Yeah,
is the Klon guy. So like largely considered like a very, very, very accurate Klon clone. Didn't care for it. Found myself going, well, this tone I can get out of this pedal, which is 5 times cheaper, or it does make your tone sound a bit better if you have it as an always on, but it's a very expensive way of lifting the like the upper mid frequencies a touch. So it didn't sell me. So I sold it. Take that. How about yourself, Lee? What are your gear purchase regrets?
2 come to mind. One was this when I first got it, which is, for the listener, that's a classic 108 fuzz. And then Tate turned around and said to me, turn both the controls up and plug it in. And I did, and then I fell in love with it because it's a fuzz face. And it sounds amazing only in that position. Yeah. It's really, really good if you do that. It's like they might as well just not have put any controls on it and just hold it like that.
Or think about it like this: just put one control, which is like an output volume right at the end,
a bit like a Razor Dead. Yeah,
there we go. That's our genius thinking there.
Yep. There's that, and then there's the MD2.
Oh, yeah. The Mega Distortion, is it?
Yeah, I've sold that.
I mean, that is...
Should have had a party.
With those, a lot of the time, you find them going as like a group deal. They'll go, okay, if you buy this pedal, I'll give you the MD too.
That's exactly what happened to me. It wasn't even that... I found my first Metal Zone, and the guy went, you have to take this as well. You have to take... I'm not letting you go unless you take that as well. I'm not selling them as a pair. And it was a good price just for the Metal Zone. I was like, I just have the Metal Zone. I don't want that. It's fine. And he was like, no, you have to have it. I was like, all right then. And then I spent years trying to get rid of it. It's like the opposite of the Lord of the Rings. It's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, you probably should have thrown it into a volcano. Just saying.
Good. You pick the next one, man.
Right, I'm going to go with number 1. Delay with presets, tape, analog, and modulation. €150 or below. This was Eric who sent in this one. So what are we saying? I mean,
how much is the DD200?
More than €150. Be about 250, wouldn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's that much.
Remember, euros aren't real money, so the conversion rate's very strange.
They are £188, and if I change this to German, it will tell me what it is in euros. Or I could actually just do £188 in things. So,
Google's thing on the internet. It's always good when we Google
it goes
things.
up, doesn't it? Yeah, £217 euros. So that's well out. What did
That's
you
what
say?
I said. I says 200, 250-ish.
Oh, well done. You got that
Bang on. Right, so I think last week we mentioned the Hall of Fame as a reverb that bassists could use, and this week I'm going to say delay with presets. Hall of Fame. You've got 4. I think on the Hall of Fame too, you've got 4 tone prints. Set them all as
flashback.
Pardon?
Don't you mean flashback?
Oh yeah, delay, of course. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. So they've got both of them have got 4 thingies on the ends, 4 presets. So 4 tone prints. Set those as your presets. Bish bash bosh. Jobs are good on. You've got mash function. You've also got tap tempo in there if you really need it. It's a little bit awkward to use, but it's there. So it's hard to not have something like that.
Let me come at you with the DD8.
Okay.
It's amazing. The DD8 is absolutely amazing. I don't know how much that is, but I'm sure it's around the same sort of thing.
Yeah, it probably will be. It'll be around that €150 kind of benchmark, won't it?
I reckon it'd be better quality as well.
Fuck right off.
And it's got a looper in it.
So does the Flashback 2.
Does it?
The Flashback 1 did, mate. So Flashback 2 is definitely going to have one.
Does it really?
Yes, it does.
I didn't know that.
Not very good.
Know that.
But
it works. I'll tell you what it has got. It's got jacks out so you can add tap tempo or expression out. It's stereo, flashback stereo as well, though, isn't it?
Yep. So it does what the Flashback does, but the Flashback does it all in the pedal itself, whereas with the Boss one you have to buy some additional things to go with it.
No, you don't have to, but you can.
I think that might be the option for the Flashback as well.
Let's have a look.
However, those are both pretty decent. I think if you're looking to save a penny, we've got the this one. Oh, that's a Screaming Blues. We don't want that. The Joyo Exosphere or something like that.
No, you carry on. I've just realised the DD8 doesn't have presets on it, does it?
Probably not.
No,
Probably not.
Doesn't come into it.
Well, there you go.
The Flashback 2 only has 3 presets,
but he only mentions tape, analog, and mod. So
yeah, I think you've got the right call there. I think the Flashback 2 is the way to go because that mash function is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to beat, isn't it? It really is. We'll go with one more. So 2 or 3. 2 or 3.
Weren't you going to mention a budget one?
Budget one? Yeah, I did. I said the Joyo Exosphere Atmosphere. Sorry.
Apologies.
Again, I'm not entirely sure as to whether you can save the presets on that. I think you can.
Okay, I've chosen 2. You go for it. You choose one, mate.
Go on. We'll go with this one. I think this one's quite a interesting of sorts. So, anyone else keep boxes for pedals?
I do. I've got
a
ton of them.
Ord
Smith.
Ord. Indeed. Ord.
We shouldn't really take piss out of people's names, right?
I'm not. I'm enjoying the way that I can't say that sentence. I'm enjoying the way that Ord feels in my mouth. Can he say that? Can he say that on the internet?
I think he might have. I think he just did.
So yeah, I think this kind of speaks volumes as to what kind of person you are, doesn't it? I have kept pedal boxes in the past. However, when I've been low on cardboard boxes to send pedals out that I've sold, I've just packaged them up in any old.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, you get this cardboard box and it says, "Oh yeah, like TC Electronics, like phaser or whatever." And then you open it up and it's like a 20 quid Joyo pedal. Yeah. Okay. That's what you did buy. So there you go.
I want to share a story with you that relates to this, and just to get your opinion on it. So I sold a pedal on Reverb, and I thought I had the box. I put it up as mint because the pedal was in mint condition. There was nothing wrong with the pedal at all. It was absolutely. Most of my pedals stay in mint condition because no one gigs anymore, and I haven't gigged for a few years. I boxed it all up really, really nicely, sent it off to him, but I didn't see the message for a couple of days that I'd sold the pedal because it'd been on there for a bit. Yes. And this person was like, "Hello, you haven't responded. It's a bit weird that you haven't responded straight away." I was like, "Okay, I apologise. I hadn't seen the thing." Well, I would think that people would respond within 2 days. In fact, I think it was 1 day. I was like, okay, here we go. We've got one of these.
You put 50p in this, dickhead.
Yeah, and it was like on a Friday. And I said, okay, I'll get it out to you on Monday. On the Monday, they were like, I just sent the pedal out to them. And they said, has the pedal been sent yet? If it hasn't, don't worry about it. I was like, yeah, it's on its way to you. Here's the tracking number. Thanks very much. Bye. Got a message, got a review from them. Pedal said it was mint, but it wasn't. It was late shipping, took a week to get here, and didn't come with a box. So how can it be mint? And it really was. Your brilliant phrase there. Who put 50p in this dickhead? It was just like, oh my god, fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, to some people, it is very important, isn't it? And you could probably read that was going to be the experience. But if you don't mention that there's not a box, like there's a box or not a box, then you can't really complain if it doesn't come in the one from the factory.
Yeah, is the pedal in mint condition? Yeah, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. This pedal is exactly as it came on the day that I took it out of the box. Went, here is the pedal, and this pedal is perfect, and I'm sending it back out to them, and it's in exactly the same condition. Oh, by the way, I found this.
Your cork tuner.
Yeah, I found this, man, because we've been moving the house around a lot. Totally not in the sort of place I would imagine to find it. It was in a bag in our utility. So what the fuck is it doing there?
You put a post about this on Pedalboards of Doom, didn't you?
Yes, and then you commented as me, you bastard.
Well, I mean the admin team, shall we say? Because we can't.
It's only you and me.
Exactly who it was.
Well, there's not. Yeah, there is only you and I who have access to posting as Pedalboards of Doom.
Shit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, but you got a razzing, didn't you? You got a razzing.
I lost this about 3 years ago. That's why I was like, oh, sweet, because I've been thinking about like maybe getting another tuner or something, or maybe something small just to chuck on my board. And then this popped up. I was like, oh my god, that is so handy.
I mean, even still, it's a better love story than Twilight. That is so.
Have you seen what this thing does? Right, watch this. Watch.
What's this? Okay, there's a little. What?
I know.
So you've got like wings.
Yeah, little feet pop out.
Okay.
It's because
to stop it from knocking over, like because it's a MIDI pedal.
They acknowledge that MIDI pedals are a little bit
unstable.
Yeah. So they do that, and guess what? Doesn't move anywhere.
Fair play to them. Fair play to Korg. Well done. Right. We've got what looks like 2 minutes, but we'll probably do. At most another 10. So we've got some news. What do you want to go for, Lee?
Got to be quick, mate.
It's your choice. Your choice. Go on. Which one do you fancy?
I think let's talk about the mini amp because I'm interested in mini amps because I'm going to argue this. So let me bring it up. So here is a picture of the Fender Mustang Micro. Now this isn't new. This has been out for a good few weeks, months, but we haven't spoken about it, and I haven't seen too many people speak about it. So it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, because I don't know too much about it.
So apparently it's got 12 amp models on it, which is quite a lot for considering how big it is. I mean, these kind of like mini like plug-in amp things remind me of those old Vox things, which was basically one amp model, and it weren't really a model. It was just it was a distortion circuit with like a little 1 watt amplifier built in. Yeah. Enough to power your headphones,
and it looked like a little mini Vox head.
It did. Yeah. I mean, they looked awesome, but they were very, very limited. Whereas this is
about that size. Yeah.
So you've got 12 amp models. You've got 12 onboard effects, including like modulations, delays, and additional overdrives.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on, then.
How do you change them? Is it done by Bluetooth to your phone or something?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, but it has got Bluetooth in it, so I assume there's an app that goes along with it. But yeah, so you've got an onboard EQ as well, so not just like a tone control, but like a fully fledged EQ. The Bluetooth audio connection also allows you to sync up your phone and jam through your phone as well, which is quite a useful tool for such a, like, if you're going to be using this to practice. And that's one of the things that I'm missing on the HX Stomp at the moment, is the fact that I can't just like hook my phone up to it and play through it. I have to like hook the HX Stomp up to my laptop or whatever and play the audio through that. So I mean, that's a pretty cool feature if you are literally just plugging it in on the go. Yes, sorted. It's got a lithium-ion battery built into it, and it charges via USB-C. So, like a cable that you will just have kicking about the house. I think all Android phones these days use USB-C. I've got so many of them that you wouldn't even imagine. However, that USB to USB-C as well can be used to plug it into a computer to update any firmware on it, but also you can have it running in as an audio interface into your DAW, so you can record. I mean, you're obviously not going to be using this to record like your best ideas, but if you wanted to like just jot down an idea and you're like, shit, okay, I've got this, I've just been practicing, I need to quickly plug it in and get this idea down, you can plug it in and do that.
That is useful. That is one thing that a lot of people who are using the Wazares have said that they miss from it is, you sit there, the Wazares are really inspirational. You can sit there and get some really great tones, but you can't record that. Yeah.
There's no way of getting it to the computer unless you plug the jack into like
nope.
Can you not go like jack into something like the OMEC? Is it by Orange?
Because the jack is out of the guitar only, and then the other side of the wireless is built into the headphones.
But can you not go? Because it's just a wireless receiver, isn't it? Can you not go into a pedal and then out of the pedal into your guitar? Does it not work like that?
Oh, right. So you could plug... you can plug straight into your pedal board and then go wirelessly from your pedal board to your headphones, yeah. So you're talking about not actually recording the tones that are in the headphone, but recording just what you're playing?
Okay, yeah. It would work like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeomans has said, "What's up? What's are a little bit late, but it's always good to see you."
Yeah. Other than that, though, I've got to say, Wazares all day long. They're just so fantastic. They don't. This does look a little bit like little cheap bit of plastic, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I'm yet to hear what it is. However, the price point, €98. So we're probably talking about 60, 70 quid.
Yeah, add a pair of headphones onto that, and you're still well under the Wazarairs, aren't you? But
that's it. I mean, you've not got any of the fancy kind of stereoscopic, whatever you call it, like the panning.
Yeah. Which I don't use very much because I love it, but I don't use it very much now because there's so much drift on it. You end up, I end up going like that to reset, like to swap patches, because when you swap patches and then come back, it recenters. But if you're playing, especially if you're like trying to learn a song or something, you're going like this, and then suddenly your amps are over there, and you're like, damn. And there's a lot of companies that are using the similar sort of tech are having problems with panning, such as Nintendo. They've had a big issue with it on the Nintendo Switch. So it might be a case where like firmware updates. I don't think it'll be a firmware because it's hardware that's the problem, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know whether it's the coding behind the hardware that's causing the drift.
No, I don't think so, but I don't know for sure. But all the same, even when you put it onto the one down from that, which is still like it still makes you feel like you're in a room. It does sound really good.
You set where the room is, don't you? On the app, you can pan it yourself manually.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can set where your amps are and everything, but as you turn around, you know they stay in the place. They don't so they stay relative to you as opposed to staying in a position. And you turn. So yeah, you can set up where the band is. You can set up where your amps are and everything like that. And as you turn around, it just stays in place. And it still sounds absolutely fantastic. It really does. The ability just to click on my phone, play a track, and then play along to it is a godsend. And I can sit there and feel like I'm Jimi Hendrix, and I'm just sitting in the living room whilst the kids watch TV. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So, I mean, we are comparing then... like 400-ish quid.
They've gone down in price, actually. They've gone down in price quite a lot. I think they're like 300 and something now.
Okay, but that's still what is essentially more than 3 times the price of this thing. And I don't think it's necessarily looking to replace that higher-end practice tool.
Yeah.
It's kind of... It's sitting at that place where you'd be talking about like a Black Star Fly 3, something like that.
These are going for £310 from Backshop.
Well, there you go. Again, so in comparison to what at maximum is going to be £100 little unit, you're talking. I don't think we're comparing apples with apples there, really, are we?
No, I think if you chuck in a set of headphones, which you've probably got already, but let's say you haven't, you chuck in a decent set of headphones and a wireless thing. And does this have effects built into it?
Yeah, it's got 12 inbuilt effects.
12 built.
It's got 12 amps and 12 inbuilt effects.
So it's got more amps because you've literally got a katana in the Wazarairs. So you've got more amps, whereas you've got about 5 amps on the 5 or 6 amps, because I think one's like a line in and one's like an acoustic. But you've got a shed load of effects. There is so many effects, and you've got so much control over them. It is, you don't just have all the boss effects. You've got like rats on there and stuff like that, and everything is so good. So. Yeah, that for me is where they kill it. I think you would be looking a similar sort of price point if you put like the wireless on there and you had especially if it was wireless headphones as well, because that's one of the key points about it. There's no wires going to your guitar.
But why does that matter? Because if the unit itself sits on your guitar, what does it matter that you've got a cable going from your guitar to your ears? That's not in your way.
Yeah, no,
the cable that goes from
fair point. That is a fair point, man.
So yeah, again, I think trying to compare that with the Waza headphones it's unfair. It's like trying to compare I don't know, like a Gear for Music entry level tube amp with a Mesa, just because they've both used tubes and they've both got speakers. It's not apples for apples. Like I say, price point wise, you're talking something like a Blackstar Fly 3, like a little battery amp, or like the Marshall MG MG5, or what is it? MG2 is it?
God knows what they're called now, but it's the MGs, yeah, little tiny practice amps. I think it's a great idea, and for people who, you know, if you've got your own set of headphones that you like to use, like your own set of monitor headphones, yeah, you know, it's a great little bit of kit, and it's really handy for sitting at gigs, and just because the one thing you wouldn't want to do, right, is be taking a set of Waza Airs to a gig, because you wouldn't want to break them. They're like, I've bought a specialised case for mine to protect them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This, you know, you'd happily take that to a gig where you're warming up backstage and you just want to, you know.
Oh yeah. Like put it in your gig bag, like in the little top pocket. It's tiny enough to do so.
Yeah.
Have that for warming up before your gig sorted. Or if you're on a commute and you need to, like, you're going to be going somewhere, you got a little bit of spare time, you take your guitar with you got that in your head, like that thingy in your backpack, grab a spare couple of minutes, do a little jam.
Yeah.
Nice and simple. And it's got the added bonus of not pissing people off as well. If you're carrying around one of those little battery amps, you play that, like even the Waza Air Beam, is it, or whatever, like the little head, like battery powered amp that they do, you'd get the same problem.
The Katana Air.
Yeah, Katana Air, that's it. Sorry. You'd have the same problem if you wanted to have a little practice, and you were like kicking about some, I don't know, like you were waiting for like a university lecture or something, and you needed to just have a little bit of a jam to kill some time. You'd be pissing people off if you plugged into a battery amp. Put it through your headphones, sound. No one's gonna care.
Yeah, you know, you can take your headphones that you're listening to music to on the train, and then use the same headphones when you get to a gig to practice your guitar. You then keep your headphones on when you're gigging and look like Paul Gilbert. You know, you could do whatever you wanted. You don't have to take your headphones off. Maybe when you go to sleep, because it'll be uncomfortable. But yeah, it's just being silly.
I think that's probably a good place to end it, because I know that you're in a bit of a rush tonight, and we're already over by 7 minutes. So let's give a shout out to our Patreon backers, because you are awesome. I mean, I've got 4 lights on this week. I am absolutely loading it up with all of that Patreon money that I'm rolling in by literally just wasting electricity here. And you are the guys who keep these lights on. So thank you for keeping me in the lavish lifestyle that I am so accustomed to now. You guys are amazing. So we've got Mr. Andrew Bimson, Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chev Tone Effects. We've got Doug Christ of 37 Effects and the Masters of the Cinematic Universe podcast. We've got Huge Erection. You make your own jokes. It's not up to us. You've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups, and you have got Mr. Brian Gare of the Tone Jerks podcast, and coming up on the Masters of the Cinematic Universe as well, along with so we got Brian and we got Kyle, the Tone Jerks podcast, who will be appearing on that. If you want to catch me online, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, it is youtube.com/BudgetPedalChap, Instagram.com/BudgetPedalChap, and the other one, Facebook.com/BudgetPedalChap. YouTube is the home to the No Talk All Tone series, and I checked some of the videos this week, and I've got a video that's almost reached 10k views, which is amazing. The Mojo one, someone someone commented on the Mojo Mojo one the other day, and it kind of gave me
You nearly cried, didn't you, man? It was just tears of joy and happiness. It was beautiful. It was something truly beautiful. Tell the ladies and gentlemen what they said.
I'll see if I can get it straight up, because it was a lovely.
I'm sorry, we've mentioned
lovely.
huge erection already. Can you stop now?
Here we go. Here we go. So it was a man called Eugene. Says, thank you for all these videos you've been doing. They are really informative and far better than a lot of the more high-profile channels reviewing stuff. Keep up the good work. You deserve 10 times the number of subscribers that you got. Absolute just love to my man, Eugene. That was a massive boost of confidence.
It was nice. All joking aside, it is nice to get things like that. It really is.
It is, yeah. It makes it worthwhile, and it makes you realise that actually what you are doing is worth a damn. Speaking about stuff that's worth a damn, Lee, Pedalboards of Doom. What have we got going on over there?
I'm like a beaver. I like a dam. There we go. Shit joke of the week. Yeah, so you got me. I am Lee Alexander of Pedalboards of Doom and Tonepedia. We have Facebook. We've got a Facebook page, Facebook group. We've got an online web shop, so you can go on there and buy pedals. We specialise in boutique pedals from around the world and some not so boutique stuff, but mostly boutique stuff you can't get most other places too. When we've got Instagram, we are on Instagram. Go and like us on there, because for some reason we want followers. I don't know, whatever. And then obviously we've got Tonepedia, who help support this podcast as well. We've got them in a Facebook page. Go and like that, and you'll see all the new releases where you can go and test pedals all the time. And I work really, really hard at that, so go and support it. What else? Have I missed anything? Oh, YouTube. So we've got YouTube that features moi and Monsieur, Madame. BudgetPedalChap. He has his own playlist on there as well, where he does the no talk all tone. What is it you do?
Stomp v stomp, mate.
Stomp v
stomp.
It's basically the same thing. But it's really cool because
Go with what you know.
Yeah. So what he does is you get the analog pedal and a digital version of it, and he A/Bs them, and sometimes they sound really good. Sometimes the digital one's better. Most of the time, though, the analog one's better if it's a drive.
I don't know. The Tube Screaming one was really, really close.
It was, wasn't it? That's because Tube Screaming's crap. So we've. Yeah, so that's me, and that's what I do, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed. So that seems like a good place to wrap this podcast right up. From myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap. From Lee, say bye, Lee.
Bye-bye, guys.
It will be a chatty bye, and good night for this week. There are a bit. Oh, I've got to do the other side. Moved my camera. There we go. Bye. Now the end is near, and so I reached the final curtain.
How do you make a bandstand? Take away the chairs.
That's good. Yep. Okay.